All right, my girlfriend won't tell me about her jobs and her goals. Hey, Billy Blueberry Balls. I'm a 22-year-old guy from Massachusetts. Oh, Jesus. I've been dating my girlfriend for about 5 months now, and things are going great. We were friends for about a year and then started dating. So now awkward getting to know each other. So now awkward getting to know each other stage. Well, it's because you transitioned from hanging out to banging, right? I don't know. I'm just going to shut up and read this. We both just graduated college and are both looking for jobs. Saying that, I actually just got my first job working in film. Nice. I was super excited through the whole process and kept her in the loop with every opportunity that could be considered a legit employment situation, including my current job. She is also looking for a job and had an opportunity fall through due to pay change and other factors. While she has told me some things, she really hasn't told me a lot. Today, I asked her what type of job she was even looking for because I was curious to see if I knew somebody or could help in any way, such as giving some ideas or suggestions. She had said that I can't help her and I wouldn't know anyone. End of story, right? Like an idiot, I asked if there was a reason she didn't want to share or feel comfortable telling me what she was looking at. She replied with, "That's not something that you need to know unless I want to tell you." Jesus. I told her that I understood where she was coming from. Gee, how beaten down are guys now? I mean, if you ever said that to a woman, that's not something you need to know unless I want to tell you. Like, the relationship's going to continue to move forward. The fucking emergency brake is pulled, you fishtail, and you're over on the side of the road until this gets worked out. I told her that I understood where she's coming from. Look, I understand if somebody doesn't want, if she's feeling more pressure, maybe because you got your job first, because God knows it's going to be your fault. Or whatever. Maybe she is just like that. Maybe she has anxiety. I don't fucking know. But there's a way to convey that. Now, you might have pushed her and asked her so many times that she then got to that point where she was irritated and said that. I don't know, because I am just hearing it from you, so who knows? I'll tell you, there's a lot of variables here. I told her that I understood where she was coming from and tried to reassure her that I wasn't going to react negatively to an opportunity, just in case an ex or family has done that to her in the past. Oh, brother. Dude, you're like a fucking therapist. The only reason why I kept asking her about it is because I felt like I want to tell my significant other that I presumably see a future with what I'm looking to do for the next few years. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like some of these other idiots that write in. I love this, dude. You put yourself above other people. I love doing that. I'm above you because I say so. I have an honorary doctorate from me framed on the wall. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like some of these other idiots that write in and are completely out of line or just stupid. I'm just curious to hear you say something that you see that I'm missing. Like, is it weird that she doesn't want to tell me, or should I just relax because that's normal behavior? Honestly, can't tell sometimes because I'm a social moron. Thanks for the help, and go fuck yourself. All right, I was with you until you said you were a social moron. So you might just be irritating her, causing her to say these hostile things. You know what I would do? I would back the fuck off. That works a lot with women, just backing the fuck off. Especially when they feel they need their fucking space. You know, then just let the pony go prance down the street a couple of fucking times. And the second she knows that you're okay with it, then she'll be like, oh, wait, does he not give a fuck anymore? And she'll come up like a stray cat that gave you milk. But that's a game. You don't want to play a game with them. Or maybe you do. I would just back off. I keep the conversation light. And I'd call her bluff. Okay, that's not something you need to know until I want to tell you. And I would just, wait for her to tell me. Be like, why aren't you asking? Blah, blah, blah. Which was classic human behavior. Don't fucking ask me about that. And then you don't. You don't even care. Classic human behavior, male and female, right? So I would just back the fuck off. And then, if she does that mental mind fuck flip, I would then just say, I just felt like I needed to give you your space because I felt like I was annoying you, and then that's funny because then they can't get mad at that, but then they still are in mad tone. No. Okay. Like, I appreciate that. And you're not annoying me, but, and then they kind of realize that they're just sitting in a big bucket of them and you're not in there anymore. So then they kind of have to fucking, I don't know. Trying to figure myself out and then also trying to being in a relationship and figured all of that out. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, but you can take comfort in the fact that it's not easy with anybody, which is why I always find divorcees fascinating. Not that they get divorced. I get saying, you know what, fuck this, and leaving. I get that. But to re-up, to sign up for another hitch, like, okay, I'm going to find this person that is just absolutely 100% gets me, calls me, never calls me on any of my bullshit. It's just not going to happen. I think a woman can possibly find a guy like that just because of the dynamics of a relationship. Like, to find a woman that isn't going to call you on any of your bullshit, I mean, that's like what they do. You know what I mean? That's like looking down a garden hose and then wondering why you got wet. It's what it does. But women can find a guy like dumb enough that he isn't going to be checking up on them or anything or checking in with them at all, which eventually they will resent because they won't feel mentally challenged because they'll realize, challenged in a mental way. Did I say that right? In an intellectual way. Are you saying mentally challenged people are intellectual? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I use too many big words there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what your fucking question was anymore. All I know is that how I handle shit like that is the same advice I gave to that Puerto Rican lady there. It's just, all right, duly noted. Duly noted. Because the dumbest thing to do is when somebody makes that big of a fucking hostile statement, is for you to be like, well, you know what? Well, fuck you then. I mean, that's stupid. Because then that's where it is. What you want is the discussion to end on their fucked up statement. And then you're just like, fine. Because then it's still on their side. You didn't take the bait and say something fucked up, which I actually think a lot of times, the other person wants you to do, so then you can argue about, it's like deflection or whatever the fuck they call it. All right, I'm in way over my head here. All right, people, that is the podcast. Go fuck yourselves.